Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Just sorry. Yesterday we started with Nanaji's video because the shlokas were very, very important. So yesterday I played Nanaji's video and shloka 68, 60, I think 67, 68 we completed. And today I think
So we
because
are just playing the video today.
that's what yesterday it was half. So maybe after we finish this 69, since we have completed 69th actually reading. So after that, if you want to continue reading our text, then you
No
may
problem. Yeah, just go ahead with the thing. And you do the prayer also. I'll be back in just a second.
Yeah,
I
no
just need to
problem.
check something. Thank
you. Yeah, yeah. Om. Om. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. I'll just read the shlokas which were covered. Hari Om, Brahmaraji, I don't know whether you will be able to guide us or not. What we are doing is correct, no, Brahmaraji?
Jai Gurudev Bela. Yeah, please go ahead, Bela.
Yeah, Dhanyavad. So from 60 onwards, I am reading. Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipashitaha indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manaha. The turbulent senses, O son of Kunti, do violently carry away the mind of a wise man, though he may be striving to control them. तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत मत्परः वशे हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Having restrained them all, he should sit steadfast, intent on me. His wisdom is steady, whose senses are under control. ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गत्सेषुपजायते संगात् संजायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते. When a man thinks of objects, attachment for them arises. From attachment, desire is born. From desire arises anger. Krodhat bhavati sammohah. Sammohat smriti vibramah. Smriti भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. From anger comes delusion. From delusion, loss of memory. From loss of memory, the destruction of discrimination. And from destruction of discrimination, he perishes. रागद्वेषवियुक्तैस्तु विषयान्निन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति. But the self-controlled man moving among objects. I'm sorry, I repeat. But the self-controlled man moving among objects with his senses under restraint and free from both attraction and repulsion attains peace. प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्याशु बुद्धिः पर्यवतिष्ठते. In that peace, all pains are destroyed, for the intellect of the tranquil-minded soon becomes steady. नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चाभावयतः शान्तिः अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. There is no knowledge of the self to the unsteady, and to the unsteady no meditation, and to the unmeditative no peace. To the peaceless, how can there be happiness? इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनोनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावमिवाम्भसि. For the mind which follows in the wake of the wandering senses carries away his discrimination as the wind carries away a boat on the waters. तस्माद्यस्य महाबाहो निगृहीतानि सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Therefore, O mighty armed, his knowledge is steady, whose senses are completely restrained from sense objects. या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः. That which is night to all beings, in that the self-controlled man keeps awake. Where all beings are awake, that is the night for the sage Muni who sees. So we continue with Nanaji's discourse, and I think after 69th we can have Manana. I will just play little ahead so that we can have the train of thoughts similar. In between, if you want to have any Manana, please let me know. We can stop and we can do Manana.
Kind of a thing where we are awake to the Jagat. Bliss, the God realized yogi keeps awake, and that the Agrati Bhutani. Bhutani is so many several people. So Jagarti, Samyami. Samyami means the wise person who is established in himself. Samyami. Jagarti. Samyami. Samyami means the wise person who is established in himself. Samyami. Jagarti. It may be the dictate of the Vyakaranam. Jagarti. This is singular. Whereas Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani. Bhutani is so many several people. So many people. So Jagarti may be that. So when you chant, you will have to be careful about it. Tasyam Jagrati Samyami. Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani. Sanisha Pashyato Munehe. What does it mean? Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutana. What is night for all beings? Tasyam Jagati Samyami. This wise person will be awake. Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani, into where all the people, all bhutas. Bhutas means people like you and I, who are not wise yet. Sa nisha pashyato munehe. This munehe, this samyami, sa nisha pashyato munehe. He looks at it as night. What is day for all of us becomes as though the night for him, and what is night for all of us, it is day for him. Tasyam jagrati bhut samyami. What does it mean? What a lovely poetic expression by Bhagavan Krishna. That which is night to all beings, in that state of divine knowledge and supreme bliss, the God-realized yogi keeps awake, and that the ever-changing, transient, worldly happiness in which all people are awake, into which the yogi is asleep, into which all beings are awake. It is night to the seer, he is asleep. What does it mean? What is day for us? Yasyam jagrati bhutani. We will start from the second line. Yasyam jagrati bhutani. We are all the bhutas. We are all the people. Krishna is addressing. Yasyam jagrati bhutani. People like us. Into where we are awake. We are awake into the reality. Huh?
We are awake to the Jagat.
Very right. We are awake to the reality of the Jagat. We are awake to the reality of the Jagat, and we keep on conducting ourselves, and Raga, Dvesha, etc. All those things happen, and we become a Sukhi once in a while, Dukhi once in a while. That is how the samsara goes on and on and on. Into that kind of a thing, where we are awake to the Jagat, the Samyami is what? Is asleep, in the sense that in the Jagat, not that during the daytime he sleeps. The meaning is, during the daytime, when you and I see the Jagat, the Samyami sees you and I, and he sees in you and I what? He sees Brahma Eva, Atma Eva. He sees himself. And in the Jagat, you and I in the Jagat, we are reveling in the Jagat. And he as though pities us. And in the Jagat, what does he see? In the Jagat also, he sees what? Brahma. Because Jagat is what? Brahmashraya. Mayodbhavam Jagat. Brahmashraya Mayodbhavam Jagat. That Mayodbhavam Jagat, if he can see the Adhisthana Vastu, which is Brahma, he is Tasyam Jagrati Samyami. Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani Sa Nisha Pashyato Munehe. What we take Jagat as the reality, he's not bothered about it. Sa Nisha Pashyato Munehe means he sees differently the same Jagat, which is giving you some happiness, some dukkha, and you are getting tossed. Ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami. What is nisha for all of us? Atma tattvam is nisha. Brahma tattvam is nisha. That we are indeed Brahma is unknown to us. Ya nisha sarvabhutanam. For people like us, that is the nisha. That is the night. Okay? Ya nisha sarvabhutanam. In that Brahma tattvam, that samyami is jagarti. He is awake all the time. That which is night to all beings, in that state of divine knowledge and supreme bliss, the God-realized yogi keeps awake. And that the ever-changing, transient, worldly happiness in which all beings keep awake, is night to the seer. That is, the night to the seer means he does not bother about it. Not only that, he sees in what you see, the Jagat, and the objects in the Jagat, what all you see, he sees in all the parts of the Jagat which you are seeing, he also sees. And he sees what? Brahma Tattvam Eva. Brahma Tattvam Eva. And why he will be like that always? He is like that always, and he is not buffeted by the happenings in the Jagat. Because the buffeting happens because of what? Ragam Chadvesham. And that is because you cater to your desires. That Jayato Vishayan Pumsaha, we have seen that. Jayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangaha Teshu Upajayate. Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. From that attachment Sangaha, Upajayate Kamaha. Desire is born. Kamat Krodho Vijayate. From the obstructed desire, Krodaha Bhavati. Krodhat Bhavati Sammohaha. From Krodha, what happens? You get deluded. Sammohaha, completely deluded. Sammohat Smriti Vibhramaha. And you lose your Smriti. Your memory is also gone. Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinashaha. That fellow, his buddhi is also not there. And Buddhinashat Pranashyati. That kind of a thing does not happen to him because that Jayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangaha Teshu Upajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. All those things happen to him also. Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. And how will the kamas be in his case compared to the destructive influence of the kama to you and I? Next verse tells us. Puryamanamachala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapnoti na kama.
Hariom, should we do Manana after the verse?
Yeah, please. Yes.
Yeah.
Manana.
Yeah, because Nanaji explained.
Can we repeat that last this one?
Yeah. You mean the last verse?
Last verse that.
Okay. Yeah. The explanation by Nanaji is so beautiful.
Nanaji, we want it. It's one more.
Yeah.
Then we can do.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
That night, day, and Brahman, and all that.
Yes. So that is the verse 69th only. So we will repeat that.
Esyam Jagrati Bhutani Sanisham Paramdrishtva Nipashyati. And afterwards, he has given the so-called ladder of destruction of a person. Buddhinashat pranashyati jayato vishayan pumsaha, etc. Buddhinashat pranashyati. After that, now he is giving you tasya prajna pratishtita. He is coming back to where Arjuna's question started. Now, Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti samyami esyam jagrati bhutani sanisha pashyato munehe. You please note here, it may be the grammar rule or whatever. Here, esyam jagrati bhutani. Here, Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam Jagarti Samyami. Jagarti Samyami. Samyami means the wise person who is established in himself. Samyami. Jagarti. It may be the dictate of the Vyakaranam. Jagarti. This is singular. Whereas Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani. Bhutani is so many several people. So many people. So Jagarti may be that. So when you chant, you will have to be careful about it. Tasyam Jagarti Samyami. Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani. Sanisha Pashyato Munehe. What does it mean? Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutana. What is night for all beings? Tasyam Jagati Samyami. This wise person will be awake. Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani, into where all the people, all bhutas. Bhutas means people like you and I, who are not wise yet. Sanisha Pashyato Munehe. This Munehe, this Samyami, Sa Nisha Pashyato Munehe. He looks at it as night. What is day for all of us becomes as though the night for him, and what is night for all of us, it is day for him. Tasyam Jagrati Bhut Samyami. What does it mean? What a lovely poetic expression by Bhagavan Krishna. That which is night to all beings, in that state of divine knowledge and supreme bliss, the God-realized yogi keeps awake, and that the ever-changing, transient, worldly happiness in which all people are awake, into which the yogi is asleep, into which all beings are awake. It is night to the seer, he is asleep. What does it mean?
You have stopped the Jai Gurudev.
No audio.
No audio. Yeah. I can't hear anything.
Oh,
What
Kshamyatam.
is there for us?
It was. Now you can
Yasyam
hear?
Jagrati Bhutani.
Yeah.
We will start from the second line.
And also volume little bit,
Yasyam
please
Jagrati
increase.
Bhutani. All the bhutas.
You want it is full. Just a
Volume
minute.
is full. No issue.
Okay. Just
Where all the people Krishna is addressing. Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani, people like us, into where we are awake. We are awake into the reality. Huh?
We are awake to the Jagat.
Very right. We are awake to the reality of the Jagat. We are awake to the reality of the Jagat, and we keep on conducting ourselves, and raga, dvesha, etc. All those things happen, and we become a sukhi once in a while, dukhi once in a while. That is how the samsara goes on and on and on. Into that kind of a thing, where we are awake to the Jagat, the Samyami is what? Is asleep, in the sense that in the Jagat, not that during the daytime he sleeps. The meaning is, during the daytime, when you and I see the Jagat, the Samyami sees you and I, and he sees in you and I what? He sees Brahma Eva. Atma eva. He sees himself. And in the Jagat, you and I in the Jagat, we are reveling in the Jagat. And he as though pities us. And in the Jagat, what does he see? In the Jagat also, he sees what? Brahma. Because Jagat is what? Brahmashraya. Mayodbhavam Jagat. Brahmashraya Mayodbhavam Jagat. That Mayodbhavam Jagat, if he can see the Adhisthana Vastu, which is Brahma, he is Tasyam Jagati Samyami. Esyam Jagrati Bhutani Sanisha Pashyato Munehe. What we take Jagat as the reality, he's not bothered about it. Sanisha Pashyato Munehe means he sees differently the same Jagat, which is giving you some happiness, some dukkha, and you are getting tossed. Ya Nisha Sarvabhutanam Tasyam Jagati Samyami. What is Nisha for all of us? Atma Tattvam is Nisha. Brahma Tattvam is Nisha. That we are indeed Brahma is unknown to us. Ya Nisha Sarvabhutanam. For people like us, that is the Nisha. That is the night. Okay? Ya Nisha Sarvabhutanam. In that Brahma Tattvam, that Samyami is Jagarti. He is awake all the time. That which is night to all beings, in that state of divine knowledge and supreme bliss, the God-realized yogi keeps awake. And that the ever-changing, transient, worldly happiness, in which all beings keep awake, is night to the seer. That is, the night to the seer means he does not bother about it. Not only that, he sees in what you see, the Jagat, and the objects in the Jagat, what all you see, he sees in all the parts of the Jagat which you are seeing, he also sees. And he sees what? Brahma Tattvam Eva. Brahma Tattvam Eva. And why he will be like that always? He is like that always, and he is not buffeted by the happenings in the Jagat. Because the buffeting happens because of what? Ragam Chadvesham. And that is because you cater to your desires. That Jayato Vishayan Pumsaha, we have seen that. Jayato Vishayan Pumsaha, Sangaha Teshu Pajayate, Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. From that attachment Sangaha, Upajayate Kamaha, desire is born. Kamat Krodho Vijayate, from the obstructed desire, Krodaha Bhavati, Krodhat Bhavati Sammohaha. From Krodha, what happens? You get deluded. Sammohaha, completely deluded. Sammohat Smriti Vibhramaha, and you lose your Smriti. Your memory is also gone. Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinashaha. That fellow, his buddhi is also not there. And buddhinashat pranashyati. That kind of a thing does not happen to him because that jhayato vishayan pumsaha sangaha teshu upajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha. All those things happen to him also. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. And how will the kamas be in his case compared to the destructive influence of the kama to you and I? Next verse tells us, Puryamanamachala pratishtam samudramapa pravish.
Hari Om. Shall we do Manana?
Shanti yadvat तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी.
Hari Om, I have some audio problem. Are you able to hear? Shall we do Manana before we proceed to the next verse? And
Yes, please. Yes, please.
yeah.
We can hear you properly.
Yeah. So Nanaji beautifully explained us about the person who is Jnani to the Atma Tattvam. And very well he explained that because he is away from his likes and dislikes, that is Raga and Dvesha, he is, although he faces the situation like us only, but still he remains stable. And because he is samyami, and we are all, as he again and again repeated, that we are, because of that raga dvesha, we have those desires and attachment, and from that, when the desire is not fulfilled, the anger comes, and then the delusion, and from the delusion, we do not remain together. We are not that yukta. And because of that, we keep on tossing, turning between sukha and dukkha. One moment we will be happy because our desires get fulfilled. And in comparison to us, the person who is Atma Jnani, although he remains in the world or in the same like us, but still he remains stable because he is having a complete control over his raga dvesha. And he sees very important point. He sees Brahman in everybody, in everything around him. Yeah, please share your understanding, and those who have understood better, please explain so that it becomes clear to everybody, all of us.
Sayami is awake to the Brahman. He uh, he is always means in that Brahman bhav, and we are awake to the Jagat. Means we are always getting drawn to the Jagat, and we are not curious about the Brahman, knowing Atma Tattva. So that is the difference. So he's Nanaji said the who is awake means the Sanyami is awake all the time. His life is like a day, and who is not aware of the Brahman or Atma Tattva, it is like night. So the Sanyami is awake all the time. I am not able to explain properly, but what is day and night to him is like knowing the knowledge that highest.
Yeah, actually, the here, they talk about the day and night compared to the day being knowledge and the night being the ignorance. That's what they meant by day and night in terms of that. So, for ordinary person, for a common man, during the daytime, that you are awake to this reality, like the Jagat. The Jagat, what do you see? All the things around you, people, and all that. So, if that, whenever you see an object, what happens? You have the desire. That the desire becomes that raga, the raga dvesha, and then that keeps on moving on to that the previous slokas that we read. So that we are in that same that birth and death cycle because of that raga dveshas, and then you do the action, and that action creates a punya papa, and that based on that whatever karma accumulated, that cycle, the samsara extends. And the night, of course, the sleep, that is for the ordinary person. But then when you take this jnani who is established in knowledge, for him, everybody is sleeping, he's awake, meaning he revolves in that supreme bliss and that knowledge, that that was, so he's been compared to that because he's in that knowledge part.
No, he's clear about what he is. It means he knows himself.
Yeah, he self, that's a knowledge, right? When he's happy with himself, he realized himself, so he's complete
And he
and he
sees
is
the world
happy.
as his own reflections, means that self only.
Right. Then he sees himself in everything else, in the whole world, in the universe. So that's a whole point here. So when he is happy with himself, the everything around him is is his self. So it doesn't make any difference to him in terms of that. So he doesn't have to have all that ragas and desires that building up. So that he has his sense and mind under control. So he is not deviated by this jagat. During the daytime, when he is awake, he sleep means he is not really sleeping, but he is not perturbed by the all these things around him because he is he's already complete and realized and happy with himself, and so he's happy seeing other things also. He sees the same thing, I mean, same thing meaning the Brahman in everything. So it's not anything uh, causing his temptation because he's already purna and complete. So the next part was he says how you get rid of this raga dveshas. So I don't remember because I missed few classes the last couple of days, so I might have completed the text for this. Sloga has many pages. I probably read the couple of few pages only when I was reading it. So I don't know, you guys completed the whole thing.
No, Dr. Mara, we have not completed only.
Oh, you have
We
not. Okay.
we have started with the with Nanaji's yesterday
Oh,
video only. Yeah.
Belaji, Nanaji said, Kamat Bhavati Sammoha, Sammoha, that all. Then he is not Shant, means he is not, um, then how he will know the self?
Hmm.
Is it that? Yeah,
Yeah.
na?
Very beautiful. The one who is Ashantamana, there will be no happiness for him.
yeah, that the last few slokas, if you read all that, basically that's what it says, right? When the mind is not clear, then there is no happiness, and there are no peace, no happiness, and nothing, right? That's that ayukta mind, and then there's a yukta mind. The yukta mind is where you don't have any the raga dveshas, then the mind becomes clear, and uh, then the knowledge is getting reflected in the mind. So then the person is happy, and that's how it goes, and then peaceful and all that. uh, yeah, actually the sloka that started from that the last sloka Nana chanted was from the 60, no, what was it? It-
Yeah, 69.
no, the 69 is the one he talked about it.
Yeah.
Before that is 62.
Yeah,
That
Dhyayat Vishayan
Dhyayate
Pumsaha.
Vishayan Pumsaha
Dhyayate.
Sangas Theos Teshubhajayate Shankat
Sanjayate
Samjayate Kamaha
Kam.
Kamat Krodho Vijayate. Then the Krodha Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vibramaha Smriti Brahmat Buddhinasha Buddhinashat Pranashyati. Yeah. So how it causes self-destruction if the raga dveshas are not controlled and it one leads to another and kind of goes away.
Nanaji said when we are in the Sangha of that highest, means that knowing that, then this will not arise, the desire and all that that we tell of the desire will not happen.
Yeah, very nice.
But
Very
that's oh yeah, that is one way. But this sloka where it says sanghas is basically the inclination towards that the sense objects. Then 62. Anyway, so you guys go ahead, please. That's my understanding of this.
yeah, very
Yeah,
beautifully explained, Dr. Mara. Mhm.
our mind goes outwards, that senses, all five senses, and from there it everything happens.
Mhm. So we are basically awake only to the Jagat. And in comparison to us, the one who is Atma Jnani, he is constantly 24/7. He is awake to the Atma Tattvam. And that is why he sees everywhere his own, the manifestation of the Brahman only.
Brahman. Mhm.
Yeah. So for him, there is no, he remains that stable. He is, and plus on top of that, he is samyami.
Yeah, the meaning of that samyami is that jnani who is established in the knowledge also has the mind and senses controlled.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was been explained in that 64 and 65, where the man with the disciplined mind, um, where his senses under control, he is not attracted or the raga dveshas to the objects look that is not there. So that mind becomes attains the tranquility, and then it goes on to uh, uh, even among these objects. So that's where that control of the senses and mind make a big difference, and then coming out of this raga dveshas.
Viveka is there, yeah.
Mm. So for us to be uh, uh, even if you got to, this is like going back to the previous sloka, right? So how do you get rid of raga dveshas? Basically the karma yoga that was explained in the few more few verses before that. Mm, I think the karma yoga is the one you can get rid of this raga dveshas and get that antakarna shuddhi. Of course, in the last few days, I attended a little bit. You guys are all talking about doing that sadhana and kriya and meditation, all that helps, and seva and sangha and all that. So it's a combination of all of that helps with the antakarna shuddhi. Yeah, go ahead and please share. all of us. I think it'd be a good idea to talk about it more. How we go about doing this. If you give a little gap, okay, I'll see. I'm going to rest and turn on the phone or something. That's it. That's the end of it. That's where the raga starts.
Very true. Because we are so much attached to the Jagat, we are so much awake to the Jagat
Yeah, exactly.
that
So as soon
anything
as you
happening
wake up,
around us,
right. So that's where, for me, is that I like to understand this first, this sloka. Then we have to see how we can apply it. I mean, of course, as we are reading it, we know what is happening with us, where we have problems. So then we have to analyze and then apply this information that we read and take it every day, little by little, and go from there. But I can, after reading these slokas, I can see how much ragas, dveshas I have. That part I am not, I mean, it's more visible, where I'm getting, I am not free of any of that. But of course, we are reading this and in the knowledge and doing prayer and all that stuff. But uh, still, that comes. So this is where, okay, I'm going to take the step. Okay, we're going to not live like this and taking uh, that karma yoga attitude to bring in. That kind of reminds me to put a hook there. Okay, we're going to get rid of this by this, like that.
yeah, it's that we are at least that alertness is there now, no? Before it was just going on without understanding, but now at least we are aware. Yes, this is the string. This is that Hriday Granthi which is still keeping us. But when once we realize and once we again come back to that Atma Tattvam, our final, we are already there. It means we all are having that Brahman understanding, but still in life we are shaken because of, and we all are sailing in the same boat. But this knowledge, beautiful knowledge, is bringing us back to that center of
Yeah,
Atma Tattvam. Yeah.
again and again, like Bhagavan gives, he's not only saying that, but at the same time, he says you do it like this, you do it like that, like when he is telling Arjuna. So we have to pick up those points and then try to, even though we did twice before, uh, we remember grossly, but now we have to really nitpick all of the the three important points where, so try to um, get that impression. I mean, remember it. I mean, first of all, we are reading it and then registering it and then retaining that information. That is where I am. And then once you get that, and hopefully, as it assimilates in ourselves, and hopefully, I think um, we will try to follow that and incorporate within our behavior as well. So first, we have to have good understanding of what we are reading. And I'm really glad that you put the tape again, because it's a very extensive explanation was given for this particular sloka. And that Jakrati and Jakrati, how Nanas explained. We normally, when I read the meaning, I was wondering if the word is the same thing. Why is one is being and the other one is or like is and or like that in plural. Now, when he read it, said it nicely, it really ingrained. So, I do feel it'd be nice to review this whole thing with Nana's tape. Would be good in chapter 2, side by side, so that even that little things he said, it really helps us to um, remember it and then retain it.
Very true. I mean, he's like an ocean of treasure. So even every word from his mouth is like, and the way he explains, I mean, our explanation and his explanation is like he's so apt with little words
Right.
also. He
That
clarifies the concept so clearly.
the other thing also, Nana has a lot of experience, and he went through the Chinmaya Guru and Dayanand Saraswati and all that. He read thoroughly, and he's been doing it consistently for several, how many years, right? So I'm not saying like we are not anywhere near that fraction. But then again, to me, I feel Dr. Brahmer also giving the chance for us to read and understand, and each one of us to come to that level, like she's giving us that chance. So we have to take it and move forward, so that everybody, but one thing I really want, anytime when you're in this class, we have to have that single pointedness. That's the only time we can even observe 50%, I mean, at least what we are reading. Sometimes when we are doing something else, or then our concentration is not there. Multitasking, I observed for myself. That's what if I'm doing, or I can handle, I can listen to it and then do some cooking or something like that. Never happens. My mind is gone. So then I miss that part of it and then going there. But I see, if I fully sit here quietly and listen to it, I can observe better. That's my take on this thing.
Actually, when we are repeating these shlokas in a different way, in different ways, reading and Nanaji. So every time we are connecting the dots, new things, means that clarity is coming again and again. Means that become pratishtita, that jnana get so means that impression of what we say, that jnana will be there only now. We will not forget, like you say, Jagrati and Nidra and all that, no? So
Yeah.
we are awake for that now because the
Yeah, that's
jnana,
why
no.
we have to
Mm.
picking up on it. It'd be really
Means first
helpful.
time we were not that attentive, but now that attention, concentration is so much. So every word is impacting our mind.
Yeah, very beautiful. Now, the time, please guide me. Should we continue? It is just 5 minutes more to 8:30 India time. I will just, I think we will,
8:25 India time is right now. So we can continue.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
please
8:20.
continue. Please continue.
Okay.
Kama kami means people like us who desire objects. Kama kami. Kama here means not just desire, objects. Kami, the desirer of objects. Okay. Apuryamanam. Apuryamanam is what? It is unfillable. Apuryamanam. Achalaha. Achalaha is what? Stiraha. Stiraha. Apodium. See, compared to the rivers, the oceans are what? They are considered achalaha. River keeps on flowing. River keeps on flowing, and when you take bath in a river, no second you will have the same river water for your bath, because the river is flowing all the time. That cannot be said of an ocean. If you have the wherewithal to take a dip in the ocean and things like that, there the achalaha aporyamanam achalaha pratishtam, it is established in its own glory. Which samudram, this samudram, this ocean, aporyamanam, it is unfillable anymore. Aporyamanam achalam pratishtam samudram. That kind of a samudram, apaha pravishanti yadvat. Apaha means what? Apaha means nadinam apaha, the river waters. Nadinam apaha pravishanti yadvat. They enter and do what? Do what? It cannot increase the level of the ocean even by an iota. Not possible at all, because this is like, if we consider the river as a canal, this is an infinite source of water. Apodyamanam achala pratishtam samudram. That samudram, nadinam apaha yatha pravishanti yadha pravishanti yadvat, how they enter and unable to disturb the pratishtha, achalam, apuryamanam, all these lakshanas of the samudram, unable to disturb that. Tadvat, so too, kamayam pravishanti sarve. That samyami, the earlier verse we have seen. Earlier verse was what? Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagati samyami. That samyami, Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagati samyami. How he has become samyami is because he has no further use of any desire. Samyami. How? Apuryamanam achala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve. Like that, like the river waters entering the ocean, unable to disturb its peace. Tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve. Because he has a mind. The kamayam, the objects in the jagat and the related desires, pravishanti sarve, they also enter this samyami, but he is not affected. Sashanti mapnoti na kama kame. The other day we were thinking of an example, isn't it? The samyami, the desires, how do they come and they vanish? A hot pan onto which a little bit of water is sprinkled and the water simply vanishes, is it not? So too, the desires come and simply cannot do anything to disturb his tranquility. Sashantim apnoti na kama kame. That person only will attain to param shantim na kama kame, not the desirer of objects. Can we go to the Tatparya Brahmara? Puryaman, yeah. As the waters of different rivers enter the ocean, which, though full on all sides, remains undisturbed. Likewise, he, in whom all enjoyments merge themselves, without causing disturbance, attains peace, not he who hankers after such enjoyments. Right? Beautiful, beautiful verses given by Bhagavan Krishna. Vihaya kamanya sarvan pumam sharati nispruhaha nirmamo nirahankaraha sashanti madhigachyate. And that kind of a person who conforms to that oceanic example, he vihaya kaman yaha sarvan pumam charati nispruhaha, without any care. Nispruhaha. Spruha means what? That jayato vishayan pumsaha sangaha teshu pajayate. The sangha is a kind of a spruha. You don't have the bhavana that you may need that object, that kind of a thing. Vihaya means giving up. Kaman, all desires. Vihaya kamanyaha sarvan pumam charati nispruhaha. He does not have any worry that he is giving up the desires. There are some of us who, when we take a resolve, say on the New Year's Day, Ugadi Day, resolve that I will not do this from tomorrow onwards, and we are later on worried, can we do that? If we do that, are we not losing something, etc.? That kind of a thing is spruha. This person does not have any spruha, nispruha, vihaya kaman yaha sarvan, pumam is that purushaha, charati means conduct himself, goes about into the world, nispruha, nirmamaha, without any, that is mamakara, that mamakara vajitaha, nirahankaraha, ahankara vajitaha, nirmama nirahankaraha sa shantim adhigachyati. That person attains to eternal peace, attains to peace. He who has given up all desires and moves to free from attachment, egoism and thirst for enjoyment, attains peace. This all desires. Swami Dayananda gives a an interpretation here. Even a Jivan Mukta will have desires. Like Kitapa had desires, Jivan Mukta. He had desire to teach Arjuna. When Arjuna said, Shishyasteham, so Kitapa desired to teach. And the desire is non-binding on him. All desires means all binding desires. That is what Swami Dayananda interpreted. He who has given up all binding desires and moves free from attachment, egoism, and thirst for enjoyment attains peace. Attains peace, which is the aim of our study. Attaining peace is the aim of our study. And we need to emulate such a person's conduct. You cannot emulate a person directly. Whatever are the Jnani's lakshanas, we will have to take them as our sadhana parikaras. Okay?
Hari Om sir, could you please tell the meaning of spruha again? Spruha? Is that the word?
Meaning of what?
Spruha. Spruha?
Spruha. Spruha. You're talking of spruha, isn't it? That is
yes.
Mind keeping on hankering of that kind of a thing. Supposing I'm used to going to the club every evening. From say 10 days back, I have decided not to go. But the spruha is there. Earlier verse we have seen, Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. Rasavadyam, that rasa is the spruha. Right? That's spruha.
Okay.
You got the
All right.
spruha. It is not yet gone. It is not a fructified desire yet, but it is likely to be a bombshell for you. That spruha is likely to fructify into your desire, and the desire is likely to be the bother for you. That is how this samyame nispruhaha vihaya kaman yes sarvan vihaya, giving up, kaman yaha, that person, yaha means that person, samyame vihaya kaman sarvan pumam charate nispruhaha nirmamaha nirahankaraha ahankara mamakara varjitaha ahankara mamakara varjitaha sa shantim apnoti na kama kame. Earlier was said sa shanti adhigacchati. Earlier verse said what? Na kama kame. Which earlier verse? पूर्यमाणमचलप्रतिष्ठम् समुद्रमापप्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत् कामायम् प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामे. And in this verse we are saying almost the same line. The last line is almost the same. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Nirmamo nirahankaraha sashantim adhigacchati. Esha brahme sthiti pardha nainam prapya vimukshyate sthitva syamantakaalepi brahma nirvana mruchyate. Esha brahme sthiti pardha nainam prapya vimukshyate. Vimukshyati means what? Moham. That muhya is indicative of moham. Vimuhyati, he will be freed from all kind of delusions. Einam prapti vimuhyati, esha brahmi sthiti padha. This is the brahmi sthiti. Which is the brahmi sthiti? Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagati samyame. And here, vihaya kamanya sarvan nirmamo nirahankaraha sashanti madhigacchati. That kind of a sthiti, esha brahmi sthiti padha. This is called the brahmi sthiti. Nainam prapya vimuhyati. Having attained to that, he will not be deluded. Sthitva syam antakalepi. Even up to his life's end dictated by his prarabdha. Even though he has become a wise person earlier, the prarabdha keeps on bothering him. He does not mind. And sthitva syamantakalepi brahma nirvana mruchyati. He is a jivan mukta, and afterwards, when the body drops, he gains videha mukti. Brahma nirvana mruchyati. Arjuna, such is the state of the God-realized soul. Having reached this state, he overcomes delusion. Nainam prapya vimukhyati, overcomes delusion. And established in this state, even at the last moment, he attains Brahmic bliss. Om Tat Sat. Iti Sriman Mahabharate Shatasahasrikayam Samhitayam Vaiyasikyam Srimad Bhishma Parvane Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su. Watch now. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyodyayah.
So, Balaji, did you play
Bhagavad
this?
Gitayam What is Bhagavad Gita?
I'm sorry. Yes, Dr. Mara?
No, you played his video from the first sloka of second
No, no,
chapter?
no. We started from 67th.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you
Nice.
so much, Belaji.
Yeah.
I think
This,
it's coming in my mind. Shall we go through all these things uh, of especially the second chapter of
Yeah,
Nanaji?
it wouldn't be bad idea, no, like to start from the beginning, Nana's tape and play
Yeah,
what
because
what is.
nothing. I can't recollect anything, Ray, as if I'm hearing it for the first time.
No, we're reading, yeah, we are reading it, but again with this explanation, it's even
It's very
better.
powerful.
But we have to
Every
read
word.
the rest of the slokas, right, from the book.
yes, from the
Mm,
book we still, that's what I was waiting for Brahmaraji to come back and from where she left, to explain. So I think tomorrow she will come and she will decide, I believe. So I took
yeah.
permission for this and then,
I
yeah,
think it'd be good idea to finish the rest of the four slokas. I mean, of course, she can decide that, but that way we can go back and review it all
What I
together.
think, Belaji, till 72 we finish and we will start again second chapter.
Yeah, that would be good
yeah.
idea. Mhm.
When Brahmaraji is explaining, the things are, I mean, very clear, like just like Nanaji, the way he explains, even Brahmaraji is there. It is very, very easy because she also quotes so many examples from the shloka and from the Bhagavad Gita only.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, I'll just finish
That
what
will be
Nanaji
very
said.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just finish what he says, and then I think he has completed, right? The second chapter.
Yeah.
So,
Only Shanti mantra.
yeah.
There's
Yes.
no
Brahma Vijnaya.
Sumaji, your voice is still not clear, my
just
dear.
now what we heard.
What did you say, Sumaji? We could not hear. I could not hear your voice.
Yeah, I'm having internet issue till 2nd July.
Yeah.
I was
Now,
wondering, are we going to have Manana on what we heard just now?
yeah, if the time permits, I mean, as you all say, it is already that we
Yeah,
can
it's
have
late
banana and then we
or
can.
maybe late.
No, if
That's okay,
someone
whatever.
can
Do it
summarize,
tomorrow
it's
would be
very
good
nice.
idea, because we
Yeah,
keep the time.
yeah. I'll stop Nanaji's tape here then. I think, yeah. Yeah, if someone can help summarizing quickly and we can have the meditation. It's very, very beautifully explained by Nanaji about how, like, even Jnanis or Atmajnanis, they too will have the desires and situations the way we face. But for him, it will be like the way in the ocean, so many rivers come, but still it remains same, full. There will be no change. Please do share and then we can have the meditation. Yeah, kindly share till I find the meditation, please. We can have some manana till I find the meditation, please. Dr. Savita, are you there? Because in the meditation, I'm not able to find. If anybody can play meditation.
The depth. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Gurudev. This moment.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kashit Dukha Bhag Bhaved. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu.
Meditation is accepting this moment, living every moment totally with depth. Let us keep our spine erect and body relaxed and eyes closed. Relax your shoulders. Keep a big smile on your face. You're sitting like the statue of Buddha, very serene and with a serene smile on your face. Relax your body. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your chest region, throat and chest region. If you notice some tension in the body, just let it be. Accept those parts of the body where you feel a tension. The other parts are in comfort. Other parts are at peace. Become aware of that also. There are many good things about you and inside of you. Acknowledge them. They will never leave you. And the negative aspect you may see in you is never going to stay with you forever. They all guessed for some time. Let them be. Sit with the total acceptance of yourself the way you are at this very moment. Total acceptance of what is now here. Lead us to deeper meditation. Let go of all the efforts. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let go of all your effort and be in this emptiness. And slowly and gradually become aware of body and surroundings. And you may gently open your eyes.